are you? Are you a murderer?
I curse you!
Are you a mercenary who turns his back on the innocent?
Stay away from my son!
Are you only the legend? Or are you the truth behind the legend?
No! Please, please, please!
We believe in you. We have faith in you. Have faith in yourself. Remember the man that you are. Remember the deeds you have performed, the labors you have accomplished. Now, tell me, who are you?
Get the love that you've been missing. Sometimes love takes a long time. Y'all forgot how great L.Vandross music is. Anywho, y'all, we back at it. Let's do a little quick update. And first and foremost, I got to give all y'all out here props. All you uploaders, all you fight fans, combatants, skilled craftsmen, do-gooders, do-batters, LDBC, the L team, because, and I'm going to tell you why. Y'all so hot in here, my damn beer sweating. You ever be somewhere where it's real humid and the outside of the can? But every time I go to make a video, right, I'll go out of town and come back. And right when I begin editing and about to post it, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 of y'all already done covered the topic completely. I mean, top to bottom too. Ins and outs, different opinions, different insight. So shout outs to all y'all, man. Y'all are stellar. You deserve a big hand clap from me, Coach Chayil, baby. But let's jump right into it. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion of who's the best right now. Okay? And some of these people might not be champions and some of them may be. But let's just start with heavyweight, all right? Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, and Anthony Joshua. Okay? Add in whoever you want, throw in your opinions, bam. Next weight class, light heavyweight. R.Warren. Oh yeah, y'all, I'm gonna keep the same format from the older videos. So I'm only gonna deal with the original 8 weight classes. The original 8 weight classes. Excuse me. And if you're wondering what they are, it's the heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, lightweight, featherweight, bantamweight, and flyweight or minimum weight. All right. So some of the fighters that I name will be in those newer weight classes. They'll be in between the original 8 weight classes, but I'm gonna try to stick to the original 8 as best as possible. And if you're wondering what the newer weight classes are, those are all the ones with super, junior, or all those prefixes before the weight class. So whenever you see super, junior, upper, lower, ultra, whatever, if it has a prefix, it's one of those newer weight classes. Okay, and also cruiserweight is as well. All right, and like the saying goes, y'all, we flushed up because we don't follow the ways of our forefathers. We flushed up because we don't follow the ways of our ancestors. We're gonna try to get it back right. But anywho, we was at light heavyweight. All right, Andre Ward, Adonis Stevenson, Sergey Kovalev, and Eleider Alvarez. All right, that's the best, in my opinion, at light heavyweight. The best is still yet to come, but as of now, that's my best. Middleweight, we got Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, Chris Eubanks, and the verdict is still out on Canelo, y'all. He's yet to fight at middleweight. Actually, he fought at middleweight. A catch middleweight, if that even makes sense. He fought at a catch middleweight against Chavez Jr., but he's yet to fight a game opponent at middleweight. All right, he's yet to fight a Hell, he ain't even fought. What's the dude out there in England, y'all? Did y'all be calling host Saunders? Yeah, Billy Saunders. He's yet to fight a Billy Saunders. He's yet to fight a Danny Jacobs, a Charlo. Who else is that middleweight, y'all? He's yet to fight anybody at middleweight. Let's keep it at that. And I don't know what to say about Chavez, man. Chavez Jr., excuse me. Should never made that mistake. But for this vid, we're gonna leave him. We're gonna leave him alone. We're gonna leave him alone. All right, welterweight. Who's the best? Elder True Spence Jr., Keith One Time Thurman, Sean Showtime Porter, and Danny Garcia. Now I'm leaving out Pac-Man. I don't want to call him legendary yet, but a great, an all-time great. I'm leaving out the great Manny Pacquiao because he won't mix it up and with the current champions. And maybe, you know, it's just I just got to leave him out. I just, you know, at the Mayweather, that was his chance. He just fizzled out, and, you know, we did the little fighting within the stable thing with Bradley. Anyway, I'm leaving him out because he's not mixing it up with the newer crop. Okay? And I'm leaving out Brook because, to be honest with y'all, man, the dude got both his eyes bashed in. And personally, if he comes back, I think he'll either move up or he'll begin doing his farewell tour. He'll begin cherry picking. He'll begin becoming what do you call that? Like holding up the guard for you to come into 147 or the 154. But really, I think he should contemplate retiring, especially after both them brutal eye injuries, or move up and weight, give it what he got, get him a few more mil, and get the hell on out. All right, lightweight. We got that's what it is, y'all. At lightweight, we got Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares just came off of 2 big wins versus the British dude, Crowler. Now, I didn't see those fights, but I saw the highlights and of the recent one, and it looked like he handled them pretty easily. And Linares has been the dude, the WBA champ at lightweight for some time now. Why haven't seen Garcia or anybody fight him? I mean, I don't know. He looks like he's out there in the island, really. He's from Venezuela. Shout out big us to Venezuela. Venezuela, stand up. Viva la Venezuela. But side note, when I looked at Linares' record, he had 3 losses, y'all. Only 3. He had some 40-something wins, 3 losses. But all 3 of them losses were by KO. Now, I'm not saying that's bad, but that's not good either. You should be wary of those fighters who have losses, and all or almost all of them are by KO. All right, I mean, it's not a good look. Who has a record like that? Amir Khan. You know, and I hate to say it, but Mike Tyson as well too, and many other fighters. I don't want to single nobody out, but they seem to have that all or none mentality. When you see somebody with 8 losses and 7 of them by KO, they have that all or none mentality, man. If you must lose, dog, lose on the judges' scorecards, lose on your feet. You know, then maybe later on we can argue in your favor that you really won or whatever, and we can have debate. But when you get KO'd, there's no debate, there's no argument. Well, Mike Tyson only had 6 losses, and 5 of them were by KO. So I mean, if you must lose, Chen, which is just never really a loss ever, because victory is always yours to earn. Victory is always yours to gain. If you lose, that's just on points. You know, you gained a lesson, you won a lesson. Now you know how to come back better, stronger. If you lose, like my old coach used to tell me, lose in the sparring match, lose in the practice room, or lose at the beginning of the season. You know, that way the wins will be sweeter, and you'll know how to win in a better fashion. It'll make you tighten up, y'all. It'll make you tighten up, and that's why. And that's another thing. That's why I'm so glad Ward KO'd Kovalev. There's no discussion. There's no more argument. No more going back and forth. No more tit for tat. You were TKO, dog. No rematch. No debate. The first fight, yes, it was very debatable. The fight could have went either way. Hell, it could have been a draw. But after the second fight, everybody has to hush. Just hush, y'all. Just hush. And then Kovalev, now listen to this shit here. Y'all live downtown, y'all. So, downtown Sharika. But Kovalev had the nerve to say he wanted a rematch. The fight was stopped too early. With too many low blows. I mean, there might have been one or two. You know, we're not even going to get into that right now. Okay, what weight class over here? Jorge Linares, who's at lightweight. The other top at lightweight. You got Mikey, I'm about to say Marky. You got Mikey Garcia, who's moving up to super lightweight, a.k.a. junior welterweight, you know, these newer weight classes. Now, even though Mikey has a few flaws, in my opinion, and he definitely needs, let's see, you know what, Mikey, you know, I just think he's a tad bit slow.
Sucker, look at you.
Maybe better footwork, but he's stellar, man. He's undefeated. Oh yeah, and he had the layoff, and he had the layoff. So you know, Mike Garcia is that dude, you know, lightweight champion. You know, the promotional issue. Now he's moving up to face Broner, blah blah blah. But who's another dude at lightweight? Okay, R.Easter Jr. All right, y'all. Now this dude, I think, definitely needs a whole world of improvement. Strengthening in his legs, better technical defensive skills, better head movement. I wish he would utilize his length a little more. But he's a top lightweight. He's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And he's set to fight some dude I never heard of before. Shavakov. I believe he's Russian. And I've never heard of him, but the dude, Shavakov, let's look at his record. Let's look at this dude's record. Shavakov record is 38-2-1 with 20 KOs. So he's got a test on his hands. The dude has way more fights than him. He has a loss. He has more KOs. Shavakov got more KOs than R.Easter Jr. got fights. So, shoot, I hope he's training his ass off. All right, now featherweight. You got Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, my dude Gary Russell Jr., Scott Quigg. Now, Cruz, Frampton, and Quigg, they've all fought each other, but none of them have fought Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. has fought Vasil Lomachenko, but not near one of these dudes have fought Guillermo Rigondeaux. Not any of them I've just mentioned. Not Frampton, Russell Jr., Lomo, Cruz, Quigg, none of them. Maybe they fought in the amateurs, but for some reason, none of them will touch Guillermo Rigondeaux with a 10-foot pole. They won't even look in the dude's direction. Damn shame, y'all. All right, bantamweight. Now, y'all, the only fighters that I've seen or know of here are R.Warren, you know, the 3-time Olympian, and Shinsuke Yamanaka, because, you know, he has exciting fights, and he's the man at that weight class, apparently. Or he's the man that hasn't, how can I say this without, he's the damn man. I just wish these Thai and Filipino, you know, of course Manny Pacquiao and certain others are exceptions, but these Thai and Filipino and Burmese fighters all out there in them remote places, I just wish they would mix it up with the likes of, you know, America, South America, hell, even Europe a little more often. They get them belts and they go and, you know, chill at the spa and lay up on the rocks. It's hard to find them. If you in the daylight, you better have a flashlight if you're looking for them jokers. But anyway, let's name the top fighters at bantamweight, all right? Of course, like we just said, R.Warren, Shinsuke Yamanaka, and the paper, man. I wrote 2 other these dudes down. Okay, Juan Carlos Payano and a dude named Zakinayov, Zakiyanov, and the British dude Jamie McDonald. Now, I haven't heard of Zakiyanov or Jamie McDonald, but let's see if these dudes even fighting each other since we're here. You gotta wait for love. Missing some love takes a lot of time. Get the love. Wait for love. Alright, y'all. It says right here that, let's see. Okay, damn, these are R.Warren's only 2 losses. His versus these 2 top dudes at bantamweight, Zakiyanov and Juan Carlos Payano. And they were recent losses. Okay. Well, I just hope they fight the champ or the dude that's ranked #1 at bantamweight, Yamanaka. I'm not going to talk no trash about you. I'm glad you're defending, doing your thing. But let's mix it up, Yamanaka. If you want to be the man, you got to prove it, man. What have you done for me lately? That's why we look at these tried and true, great, ancient, legendary champions who proved it. People talk, they literally proved it day in, day out, weekly, monthly. You know what I'm saying? Town to town, city to city, country to country, proving that they the best. All the top names. Your town had a top name dude, we mixing it up. Oh shit, he's 2 weight classes higher than me. Fuck it, we mixing it up. My name is on the line. My pride, my prestige, you know what I'm saying? All that's on the line. Anyway, finally we have flyweight, y'all. Flyweight. And the only person I know here flyweight. I never heard of no other person that's I guess making any sounds or noise at flyweight but Zhao Shiming. Last time I saw him was on I think a Pacquiao undercard. No, I think he main event something. He recently, I can't remember. But in saying that, there's 5 other fighters listed right here above Zhao Shiming. Now I want to let y'all know, this is mostly based on my opinion. In weight classes like flyweight and bantam and featherweight that I'm not too familiar with, I looked at the fighters' records and then try to look at a few clips, a few of their fights, and then I base my own opinion on who I thought was the best of that weight class. The dude rank, I heard Blood Boxer saying earlier, the ranking system, it is flawed. Because when I look at the heavyweight ranking, I'm like, damn. And you know, in every sanctioning body has its different ranking system. A dude that's ranked #1 contender for the WBC might be ranked #9 for the IBF. And it's crazy because these dudes don't mix it up enough. And on paper, you know, the same top 5 dudes should be the same top 5 dudes in all the sanctioning bodies. But, you know, politics and palms getting greased and motherflushers is lazy, and they're bringing down the integrity of boxing. But anywho, that's a whole nother topic. But like we were saying, flyweight, they got 5 other fighters listed above Zhao Shiming. And to be honest with y'all, I'm just going to name the top 3 jokers they got at flyweight, because I know not name one of them. Okay, it's Donnie Nietes from Philippines, John Riel Casimero from the Philippines, and Kazuto Ioka from Japan. I can't talk too much trash here because I don't know these fellas. Alright, I don't know none of these fellas. So let's get to the honorable mentions and possibly pound for pounders. Okay? Now, even though dude just lost, hopefully he'll bounce back and he'll make them pot knots on his forehead that old dude put on his forehead go down. That's Chocolatito, Roman Gonzalez. These honorable mentions and possibly pound for pounders, y'all. Whatever I miss, y'all just add in. You got Terrence Bud Crawford. Woo! Terrence Bud Crawford, y'all. You got the young, slick, and game Erickson Lubin. Love watching him fight, man. I watched his last fight. I was in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida, y'all. Shout outs to Florida, you know what I'm saying? The Isle of Palms, you know what I'm saying? There's like another country to us, but it's still the South. Plus, I got a Cubano homeboy down there. Morgan, what's up, baby? Hola, como esta? All right, who else? Arislan De Lara. People avoid him like the Black Plague. The Charlo twins. How could we forget about the new age diva, Canelo Alvarez? Dude can fight, y'all, but can we just get him to be honest? Just be true, dog. You know, do you. You talk all that shit. After his last fight, y'all won't believe what he said. He said, and I was rolling, I was in the bar rolling. He said when he was born, fear was gone. And Canelo be talking cash shit after his fights. I'm for real, y'all. I mean, all of his fights, he be talking cash shit after all of them. So, man, I know Oscar has a lot to do with it. And it's sad how Oscar's became, man. He's, y'all, out of my top 25, Oscar De La Hoya is in my top 25 boxers of all time. As a boxer, as a fighter. I don't know what the hell he doing as a promoter. It's sickening. And I hope somebody comes in there and maybe like on Men in Black when they take the thing and wipe your brain clean and just, you know, help him put back the, you know, the archaic, the legendary, the right, the correct things about boxing back in his brain. Anywho, but yeah, but the Golovkin fight will be a true testament to Canelo. Now, what else? Who else we got? Let's see.
During one time during my career, I went on a Bum of the Month tour.
Bum of the month? I would have been a bum compared to you.
Well, you'll be on the tour.
Oh, the dude who wears the cowboy hat, long arm and head whooping, Gilberto Ramirez. Special shout out to him. I've only seen 2 of his fights, but he comes in there, and I like his style. He's tough, and he doesn't quite have that quote unquote Mexican come forward brawl style, but he can brawl, and he can also box. And he's long and he's strong and shoot, I flush with him. I think he's at super middleweight, you know, one of the new weight classes, but dude can punch. And then we got that old trash talking Mighty Mouse, quick popping, lips slapping, Javante Tank Davis. He's definitely someone to watch out for. The dude is up and coming. Hopefully he stay focused and just stay on track, man. And if you want to listen to the tutelage of anybody in the ring, I think he's in Mayweather's camp. You know, you need to listen to Mayweather or Uncle Roger or Pops, Mayweather Sr. and all those other great trainers and people around it. Who's that dude, y'all, that is knocked out the legend, B-Hop? Joe Smith. Woo! That joker bad to the bone, y'all, and nobody calling him out. Only people I hear mention his name is y'all out here in the LDBC and on YouTube in the YTBC. They're the only people out here calling him out. I mean, you know, giving them mention. Maybe some boxers have mentioned it. I haven't heard them mention it, but Joe Smith, he's got to get an honorable mention. Who else? Of course, one of the most avoided boxers right now in the sport, which happens to be a heavyweight, Luis Ortiz, and the only other boxer fighter combatant in boxing avoided more than Luis Ortiz is Guillermo, the magician, the maestro, Rigondeaux. He poetry in motion, y'all. Poetry in motion. Ooh. Who else we got, y'all? Who else we got? Honorable mention. We can give some honorable mentions to. There's some dudes with some impressive records I skimmed through, but I just never seen them fight, and I don't know them well enough. So forgive me if I left anyone out. Y'all add them in the comments, and you know, y'all do the thing with that. I just wanted to talk about 2 fights before we get up out of here, y'all. 2 fights. Mikey Garcia versus Adrian the Problem Broner. Close fight in my opinion, and we'll see which Broner will show up. But if I had to bet, I'm not saying I'm a betting man, but if I was, I'd bet on Garcia. Even though Broner tends to come on a little later in fights. For some reason, he does all that silly stuff and he might be overweight, but later in fights, I think he does better later on in fights, which shows that he has good stamina, or maybe he's just a slow starter. I think he does better later in fights than he does in the fight overall or in the beginning. And if Broner would just study, man, just train, study your craft, dog, analyze. In my opinion, I think if he had a body attack, a vicious body attack, or a half decent body attack, I think he would drop or possibly KO Garcia. I will give you my reasonings behind it, but this video already long, so we ain't gonna get into that. Now Garcia, he tried, okay? He's undefeated, and we'll find out if he's true. We'll find out if he's tried and true after the Broner fight. And the fight is in the air to me. I hope Garcia doesn't go in there starstruck. He just seems like the type of dude that is starstruck, and he'll give Broner too much respect. I don't know why, but his demeanor seems like he might do that. Like he might go in there giving too much respect, or might be gun shy. But we'll see. And may the best man win. May the best man win. Now, last but definitely not least, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor. I had an Irish homeboy. He got on me. He said I'm supposed to say McGregor. So, Mayweather versus McGregor. Let's chop it up about that right quick. Y'all, Mayweather got you fooled. Y'all shook, like Nas said. He made you look. Y'all a slave to a page in his rhyme book or in his money book. Y'all think Mayweather really gonna be out of shape, or you know, he might be a little past his prime, a little bit older. But we seen what B-Hop done. We seen what George Foreman did, Archie Moe, and countless other greats. Y'all really think Mayweather gonna be out of shape for this fight, y'all? But again, you know, that's the chess move. That's what he's showing us. That's the chess move. That's the 52 fake out. That's the 52 fake. Come fight time, he'll be in great shape, and he'll probably out punch and out counter McGregor, and he'll probably punch his lights out. If y'all think he trained for Pac-Man, you know he's going to go in and train extra for McGregor, especially at his age. Now McGregor, he's naturally bigger, longer reach. He's a southpaw. All right, talks a whole bunch of shit. He's sort of tricky and unpredictable, and he's very unorthodox. Well, in the cage he is. In the cage he's unorthodox. He's tricky, unpredictable. You know, he does things that you wouldn't normally do. He might circle. He might, you know, he does a lot of stuff, but that's in the cage. And I could only expect that he may do some of those things in the ring. Now, let's look at McGregor's advantages. McGregor has the age advantage, the weight advantage, the reach advantage. He has a powerful left hand. And to my surprise, I hate to say it, his power in his left hand carried from 145 when he knocked out Jose Aldo all the way up to 170. I mean, he put pot knots all over my man Diaz's face, and I think he knocked out the other dude, one of the top 10 contenders at 170, which is welterweight in the UFC. But his power carried from 145 all the way up to 170. Now, McGregor is not the best conditioned, and he's not even in the best condition for a 25-minute fight. So he'll definitely be tested in a 36-minute fight. I think his best bet is to jump Mayweather early and look to land some big shots on an older Mayweather, on an aging Mayweather. But then again, Mayweather is a genius, y'all. He's a pro. He's S-class. You know, I haven't heard much about the undercard, but I expect it to be good or great. I expect it to be entertaining. I'll say that. And I wouldn't be surprised if there were some wrestlers or some other MMA type fights or whatever on the undercard. I heard Salido might be on there. I heard Tank Davis might be on there. I heard another MMA mixed martial artist from the UFC might be on there. So, you know, we'll see. But anyway, y'all, this is getting long. And I hope when I get the chance to post this, y'all don't cover all the shit that I just covered. Man, y'all good. Leave me a few topics, y'all. Just a few. I mean, if you cover all of them, hopefully this vid, forget it, flush it. I'm still gonna post it. Hopefully there's a few things that y'all didn't quite cover. Anywho, y'all, for the McGregor Mayweather fight, may the best man win. Catch y'all on the flip side. We love Bossy.
For me to get the love that I've been missing. Sometimes